Hello and welcome to another Let's Play Pokemon TCG Online. I'm Daniel, one of the hosts on the Reasons I'm Broke podcast, found right here on YouTube as well as at nerdupmedia.com. We're going to switch it up a little bit today. We're going to start off with a standard match, but then we're going to jump into an unlimited match right afterward. Looks like we're going to be facing a Water and Steel type deck from Zyro X. Bunch of hyphens in there. Alright, so hopefully it's not a Seismitoad deck. Let's see what they do have. Looks like Blastoise. They don't have any basics. We do start off with a Litwick. There we go. We'll draw an extra one here, and we do get a Gengar. Full art Gengar, hump in the air. Alright, so let's draw 3. We do get Dimension Valley. Let's go with that draw 3 again. Let's get that right back. And what can we do here? Opponent's Pokemon is now asleep. We can hold off. I don't have a rare candy, I don't have a Chandelier, so I am going to start to feed the Gengar along with the Muscle Band on him and end the turn. We've seen a couple of Articunos in the past. The putting us to sleep really hurts. The Triad for 3 coins this attack does 40 damage for each heads. It can work in their favor, but they mainly use it to put us to sleep. Alright, they end up playing Caitlyn. I do want to remind everyone, don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the top right-hand corner of the screen on the Reasons I'm Broke podcast. And check out the rest of our shows right here on YouTube by clicking, for example, on the read pile on the right-hand side for comic book reviews and news. And for other Let's Plays, for other video games like Mario Kart, Pokemon Snap, that would be the Lazy Gaming Guys. That'd be the center channel. Also a member of nerdupmedia.com. Rough Seas, that's really going to slow us down. Thankfully, we do have the Dimension Valley we can play next turn. There's a Jirachi EX, so they're going to search for a supporter card. And there's another Trainer's Mail, very common at this point. We're seeing a lot of those right now. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a trainer card you find there and put it into your hand. So it looks like they are going to put us to sleep, and we are not awake. Let's see if we can evolve next turn. Now we technically can. Let me draw first. Let's get some energies in here. There it is. And we'll do an Evo Soda. Oh, looks like it is in our prizes, unfortunately. Alright, let's get that draw 3 right back then. So Mega Gengar and the Lampent is both in our prizes. So I don't want him to heal anymore, but I'll go ahead and play it now. We'll attach another energy. We'll attach it onto this Gengar. Since we are asleep, that is everything we can do. I'll save the double colorless for when Gengar is actually out there. And they play another Rough Seas. Hopefully we'll get another Dimension Valley out there. Another Trainer Mail is being used. What do they have down here? Another Articuno. Search your deck for up to 3 water energy cards. Reveal them. Put them into your hand. And the Freeze and Wind does 100 damage for 4 energies. And there's the Kyogre EX. It looks like we are awake this time. Alright, let's see what we can do. We can get another Dimension Valley out there. Let's go ahead and do that. And that's basically it. I mean, I'll attach a double colorless onto Gengar, but I'm not going to attack with Litwick. Unfortunately, I'm giving them time to build up their bench, build up their energies, all of that stuff. But it's just a part of the game sometimes. The deck isn't moving as quickly. Usually I like to start off with a Gengar instead of a Litwick because we do like to build up into the Chandelier, but it looks like the Litwick will have to be sacrificed here against this Articuno, and we will have a built-up Gengar in the meantime. This ability, Aurorus, any damage done by an opponent's attack to each of your water Pokemon that has any water energies attached to it is reduced by 20. On top of that, they have a Charm here that reduces the attack to 20 again, and now they have one of the Suicunes which prevents all damage by Pokemon EXs. So our Gengars are not going to be too useful, but thankfully they can attack the bench just in case we do have that Suicune out there. Alright, let's put out the Gengar all built up. And let's get 3 more cards. We do get another Gengar and we do get a Lysander. So let's feed the other Gengar in the meantime. Dark Corridor attack. It's going to do only 40 damage. And we will put out... We'll put out the Gengar with Yeah, we'll put out the one with energies on it. So they're down to 70 on the Articuno. Let's see what they end up getting. They're down to 14. There's another Rough Seas, so there goes a Dimension Valley. That's one head so far. Another Tails. Alright, so that's going to do 60 damage to our Gengar EX. Alright, what do we have next? Let's go ahead and do Pokemon Fan Club. We'll try to get a Chandelier out there at some point. So let's get some Litwicks. There we go. Another energy onto that Gengar, and we will do a Dark Corridor attack. Only does 20, unfortunately. They're still poisoned, but that hard charm is really reducing our attacks on top of the Aurorus that's on there. So this is a pretty unique water deck. I don't think we've seen something like this yet on the channel while we've been doing these. Even me personally, when I've been playing on tournaments or right here online against people, I have not seen this combination, so it's pretty cool to see. It's something different than just like a Swampert EX. And they are able to heal every churn, and that's not really good on our end. So I do want to get rid of that. So let's go ahead and do a Lysander up the Aurorus and start to slow that guy down by getting rid of that guy. So let's go ahead and feed the other Gengar. We'll do a Dark Corridor attack for 80 damage, and we'll put out the one with damage on it already. So they're down to 40 on that. Hopefully that will prevent some of that damage that they were doing on us recently. And we could always get that Lysander back with a Versus Seeker since we have 3 of them. So there's the switch. They're going to heal and they're going to switch. And the Articuno is already up to 110, unfortunately. So they're going to do the Tri-Attack. Almost 3 heads. So that's going to do 100 damage onto Gengar. He's down to just 10 HP. Let's draw 3. What do we get? We do get that Chandelier, so let's actually start building up one of these guys. Let's do a Dark Corridor attack, and we will... If they can do... How much do they do? We should be okay if we put out that Gengar. So they're poisoned, they're down to 80, but they get to heal 30 every turn because of that Rough Seas attack. So there's a Tri-Attack again. 2 heads that time. 100 damage onto Gengar EX. That one's down to 10 as well. Rare Candy, let's hope for it. And we do get it. Cool. Let's get some energies. There we go. And a Great Ball. What do we get? Oh, we do get another Chandelier we can put out as well. Let's put one of them on the bench there, and we'll put him out next, possibly. No Versus Seeker still. But let's put an energy onto... That's still not going to help us any. Alright, let's go ahead and attack the Articuno for 40. And I'm not going to slow it down any unless I put out a Chandelier. So let's go ahead and do that. They get to heal 30 every single turn. We can do 60... That's the only nice thing about Chandelier is with the 60 damage, the energies or the damage counters dropped on it is not affected by the Aurorus' ability or the hard charm that is on the Articuno. So they will do 60 damage, but they're still going to heal 30 every single turn because of the Rough Seas. And I already did use up both of my Dimension Valleys, so it's really uphill at this point. Let's see what we can do here. Even with that Muscle Band, it's not doing much damage to it. There's a Lysander. We're going to pull out one of our Gengars next. No, they went after Chandelier. So there's one heads only. So it's going to be 60 onto Chandelier, so they're down to 70, and they are poisoned. We do get a Rock Guard. Oh, man, I want to save that for... what do I want to do? Yeah, let's go ahead and put the Rock Guard onto Chandelier. We'll start building up the other Litwick. Oh, crap. I forgot about the... Oh, no, we can retreat. All right, let's do that. This guy had Dark Corridor attack, 40 damage, and he's down to 30. They attack us. I want to save that Chandelier, so let's put out a different Gengar and kind of tempt them for the knockout on that. So they'll be down to 20 on the Articuno at the moment. They're up to 50 now because of the Rough Seas. Next turn, when I attach an energy onto Chandelier, we should be able to knock it out. So they'll get the knockout regardless on the Gengar, and they'll get 2 prizes. They'll be down to 2. But we don't give up on the matches. We don't concede. So let's put out Chandelier. Looks like he'll be the only one making knockouts this match. Let's play that. Teammates, where is that rare candy? Ooh, I do want to get a Versus Seeker and a rare candy. That way we get that Lysander right back next turn. Alright, so Great Ball. We do get another Litwick. Awesome. I can't put him down yet because they could Lysander up. So let's put out the Chandelier. We'll go ahead and feed that one. And we'll get that Lysander right back. There he is. So that one's down to 40. The Aurorus is... What do I want to do here? Let's go ahead and do the Curse Drop. There it is. 1, 2, 3. They'll be knocked out from poisoning, and we'll put the rest on Aurorus. There we go. So we finally got rid of that Articuno, although they just have to get rid of our Chandelier, and that's game on their end. Instead they're going to do the Lysander, they're going to go for the Gengar with only 10 HP, and that's the game on their end. So start off a game with a defeat. Very good deck, very impressed with it, very defensive, which I do like. You don't see too many defensive decks, you do see a lot of aggressive, high attack decks. So very good, X Zyro X. Alright, so like I said earlier, we are going to go into an unlimited match right afterward instead of standard. Actually expanded, let's do expanded. Nerd Up Media deck, and we'll jump in. So far we have 166 wins with this deck. We have 905 coins, which I haven't been spending because we do have a good amount of booster packs we could open. Next opponent is Moichispa. I'm sorry. And there we go. Let's start the game. Looks like... Who goes first? Let's see what happens and what we actually end up starting out with. Alright, so they go first, and we start... We have a Litwick, and we do have a Gengar, which is great. We always put out that Gengar first while we build up that Litwick because Chandelier is a Stage 2 Pokemon, which we do have, and we can Rare Candy, not next turn, but the turn right afterward. They end up putting out a Deontay. If the defending Pokemon tries to attack their opponent's next turn, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, that attack does nothing. And it looks like they are going to get some more basic Pokemon. So there's a Togepi that they go with, and another Togepi. So I have a couple of options here. I could go for one of these Togepis with my attack, or I can try to bring down this Deontay a little bit. Let's do the Pokemon Fan Club, and let's get some Gengars. Alright, Full Art Gengar, regular Gengar, they both do the exact same thing. An energy, and we'll do the Night Attack. We'll put that on... Let's go with... I guess we'll attack the Deontay, because if we get a double colorless energy... Oh, I'm prevented with... Okay. And they end up saying, you sure like Gengar. I'm going to respond with... he's alright. I don't know if they'll catch my sarcasm there. They end up evolving into Togetic. And that Fairy Garden gives them a free retreat cost. Let's see what this prevented. Okay, they end up going with Sparkle, so we do have to flip if we want to attack. I still want to see the special energy. There we go. The prevent all effects of your opponent's attack except damage. So we can't do any damage as far as those are concerned, unfortunately. So let's do a Rare Candy up into Chandelier. We're not going to focus on the Deontay at all. The Rock Guard onto Chandelier, another energy, and we'll do the Night Attack. Can we attack? No, we can't. So that's really slowing us down. I did want to attack the Togepi in case another Togekiss came up. But if not, we do have a Chandelier we're building up. That's going to be my primary focus right now. The two Gengars can just kind of chill for the moment until we get a Muscle Band, maybe Mega Gengar Spirit Link. So they're going to do the same attack and really stall for time and really build up their bench that way. Okay, so what did we get before? What energy? We did the Pokemon Fan Club. I guess I'll save the Versus Seeker for now, and might as well go for the Dark Order attack and see if we can actually do it. It does work that time, so 60 damage onto the Once, and we'll put out the Chandelier. They are not poisoned because of the Special Fairy Energy, but they are down to 30 HP. And if they do try to attack us for a regular attack, of course we have that Rock Guard out there, which they could put out the Togekiss to attack at this point. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon and does 70 to Chandelier if it were to attack us. Dimension Valley, awesome, let's get that out there. Alright, so at this point, let's go ahead and thin down our deck, because at this point we're at 41 cards and we should be much lower. So let's get another Gengar and another Litwick. There we go. And that's all we can do this turn. No energies, no hand, or anything. Let's see if they finally switch. Looks like they do not. Draw 3. No, we do not get that, but we will add this onto Chandelier and end our turn. One more energy and we'll actually be able to attack. It's not too often that we end up with 0 cards in our hand. Maybe they'll play an end or something that we can work with, but if I were them, I would not. I would just focus on like they did with the Tiernos and not give me any more cards. Since I have nothing in my hand, I've got 38 in my deck that we can burn through, and no supporters at the moment that will get us there. That's a lot of energies on him. For a flip a coin for each energy attached to this Pokemon, this attack does 50 times the number of heads. That is amazing. This is why they're attaching so many energies onto the Togekiss. Alright, so now we can do a Curse Drop attack. Let's see if it actually works. It does not, so that ends our turn. I would have put all 6 onto Togekiss, or maybe even the Togepi. I did say Togepiss. Combine Togepi and Togekiss together. That's what happens. So in the meantime, Gengar is ready to go. We have Chandelier that can attack now thanks to the Dimension Valley. It looks like they may actually attack this time. Or if anything, retreat. Nope, they end up going with the Sparkle attack again. Alright, we do have a special energy card. I think I might save that, or I could put it on Litwick. Let's go and put it on Litwick for now. We'll try for the Curse Drop again. And we do end up getting it this time. And we don't have a Togepi anymore, so I will... Looks like I cannot attack the Togekiss at all. So what's it? Is it going to let us put it on Togetic? Nothing's happening at this point. There we go. So what's preventing us here? Togekiss. It must be. It's got to. They've got to have a special energy on them. They have so many. Let's see, 8 energies. One of which is a Wonder Energy. So that's actually what's preventing us from attacking it. That is really funny though. So there it is. The Togekiss is up, and it's going to attack our Chandelier. It's going to flip a ton of cards or a ton of coins to try to attack us. They end up going with the Aura Sphere instead for 70 damage, and they're going to do 20 onto the Gengar EX. Alright, so what do we have? Any Tiernos or anything? Nope. I'm going to hang on to the Versus Seeker. We're going to do a Curse Drop, and we're going to take out the Togetic here. And looks like they did the wrong attack, she's telling me. There it is. We got 1 knockout so far. But if they do attack us, they still have 60 damage on, or yeah, 60 damage because of the Rock Guard, thankfully. And hopefully Chandelier, there's the Powerful Slap. 1 heads already so that we are knocked out. That's 200 damage. 150. There, 200. Either way, Chandelier is gone, but can the Fainting Spell work? And if not, they'll still be down because of the Rock Guard. So 200 damage onto Chandelier. What's he going to do? Fainting Spell does not work. They're down to 20 HP. And they end up conceding the match. Not sure what happened there. But we did win the second match. I would have brought out the Gengar, not done the knockout there, and Then they would have had to bring out one of the other Pokemon, which weren't built up yet, which might have been why they conceded. But let's do one more in the expanded set of ranked versus mode matches. And then we'll open up some Roaring Skies booster packs. So next opponent is Alex SB633, who uses Steel types and Fighting types. Steel, of course, is resistant against our Psychic types. But we'll do our best here. We start off with a Litwick. Muscle Band. Let's see what they have here. They got a Drill Burr. They got a Clink. And we do have a Rock Guard. Do we get any other basics? We do get some Professor's Letters, so let's use them. Use all of them. Another one. There we go. What can their attack do? Flip their coin system. Okay, so we won't be knocked out by that. Something I can do, however, is do a Rock Guard, so if they attack us, they'll be knocked out. So let's do the Trip Over attack. We don't get a heads, but that does 10 damage to the Drill Burr. Ooh, there it is. There's the Evolution Excadrill. So if they get a couple more energies, that will be game. Yeah, next turn, 50 damage. That is the knockout, and that is already the game, our defeat. Very quick deck, very awesome. We only had a Litwick, unfortunately. All right, you know what? Let's do one more since that was such a quick match. Alright, and next one is Ninja Monkey 88, who uses Fire, Dragon, and Psychic types. Let's see, what do we have here? We start off with a Gengar, Chandelier, Great Ball, Double Colorless, a couple of Psychic energies as well. Alright, that's pretty good. So we will... I'm actually going to get that Mega Gengar card. Let's see what happens. Because I might be able to use one of these attacks. Discard all basic Fire and Electric energy attacks. This Pokemon this attack does 60 times the number. So let's discard the top 3 of your cards. So either way we can do 60, but I'm going to hold off, attach an energy onto Gengar, and then my turn. Ooh, Crushing Hammer, that sucks. They're going to get a heads, yep. There's a Charon on their end. Those are the brand new backings to the cards, by the way, for the Roaring Skies set. Really cool. Discard 3, and they don't get any energies on that end, so let's draw 3 on our end. Some energies. There we go, some more. Alright, and I guess we'll attach and do a Night Attack for now. That's really all we can do. We could have been poisoning him at this point, but that Crushing Hammer, that's how effective those guys are. They really slow us down. They use the Pokemon Center Lady with only 3 damage on them. I probably would have held off, but I don't know how their deck works, so this could be a part of their strategy. They're already down to 36 cards, so they're burning their deck really quickly. They probably have a Lysander's Trump card somewhere in there. I'm hoping for a rare candy soon, but I will end up poisoning the Rayquaza, so let's go ahead and do that. So they're down to 100 on that end. If they don't knock out the Litwick, we'll be able to retreat it with the special energy that we have right down here. There's a Full Art Entei EX. The defending Pokemon is now burned. And then the Grand Flame. They end up using another Pokemon Center Lady to heal from the poisoning and the damage. So it looks like they may go for the knockout on Little Litwick. Let's see what it is. Yep, 120 damage onto Litwick, and we'll put out Gengar. Let's see what we get. Some more Professor's Letters. Let's go ahead and grab those. And no Spirit Links. That does not work. They will do 90. Let's go for the Poison instead. 60 on their poison, we're down to 170 HP. I'm hoping to grab that Mega Gengar Spirit Link, because that'll give us way more HP with this. So there's the Team Flare. Grunt gets rid of our double colorless energy. We still don't have a Dimension Valley, and we don't have any more double colorless energies on our hand. So 60 damage onto the Gengar EX. So we're down to 110. I think we might be done after this turn, unfortunately. Unless I can get something working here. I guess I'll just Mega Evolve and that'll be it. That'll give us a little bit of extra health points, but might not be enough. They end up putting out another Rayquaza. Although that one is not an EX, that's a regular. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck, and does 40. So they end up going with, yeah, they end up getting more energies instead, and we still don't have any other basics. We do get that rare candy, but it's not helping us at the moment. So let's see what we can do. Let's do a Phantom Gate attack. They're down to 60, and this type of image and discard an energy. Let's just do a Grand Flame. Does 90 damage, and that's the knockout on the Rayquaza. We do get a Spirit Link now, a little too late, but we do have a Dimension Valley. Still no basics. The only one we have is just that Mega Gengar, which isn't really considered a basic, but they do get rid of one of our energies. We have the Dimension Valley. We'll put that out, and that won't slow us down, at least on that end. So let's see what we can do to this Entei here. There it is. Oh man, still no basics. I don't want to get rid of all these cards because I do have... Oh, they end up conceding the match, either way. As soon as the Rayquaza was down, I guess. Alright. And we do get a tournament ticket. And the coin for winning. Alright, let's go into our booster pack collection. So it looks like we ended up with 2 wins, 2 losses. There's our collection. Let's see what we get. Last time we got 2 full arts, which was great. Let's open up a tournament chest. So we end up getting 5 coins and... Wow, that is a Mega Charizard EX. Someone's going to be looking for that. Maybe I'll throw it up for trade. Alright, let's open up a Furious Fists pack. By the way, I did end up trading in some of the EXs. Someone out there was willing to trade their Secret Rare versus Seeker for a couple of the EXs that we got. So it looks like none of these are new, unfortunately, but we do get 2 rares. First one being Tornadus and a Reverse Hollow Victory Bell. One of the original 150. Alright, let's go to our Roaring Skies. Let's open up 3 of these today. The latest set. If it's a Shaman EX, I know I can trade it immediately. Like this afternoon, that'll trade. Alright, brand new one. We got Execute, who's running away from that Spearow. What an asshole. Here's the Swablu. We've got an Altaria. And the Banette. And the Reverse Hollow Zatu. Let's open up another one. Let's see, we do get a new one here. We got the Cascoon, the Unpheasant, Articuno, which we actually went up against, I think, yeah. And then a Reverse Hollow Talonflame. Let's see what else. Let's see if we get another EX. Alright, Silcoon, that's another new one for our collection. Tropius. Oh, look at that. Holy shit. Mega Rayquaza EX. Wow, that is amazing. I just went up against the deck this weekend. Someone using Mega Rayquaza EX. All these dragon types, I'm very tempted to maybe build up a dragon deck. What's the other one? Looks like a Klefki. This is the winner right there, though. That Mega Rayquaza EX. Discard 2 energies attached to this Pokemon for 300 damage. I don't think anything can withstand that attack. That is great. Alright, we'll end it on that. We still have 39 packs that we can open. Again, I always wait till I do these so that you guys can see the booster pack openings. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the Reasons I'm Broke logo at the top right-hand corner of the screen for future Pokemon TCG online Let's Plays, as well as the unboxings and the regular podcast Kelly and I put up every week where we discuss comics, movies, TV, video games, and more. Thank you, Brokeheads, so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.